So we are set for our main event of the evening. In the red, you see the later, but Ибрагим Магомедов is in the black and white shorts, blue corner, taking on Артем Фролов in the green and black shorts, red corner. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Brad Pickett, calling the action here for ACA 106. And Frolov taking the cage, centre of the cage early. But Ибрагим Магомедov, his movement is excellent. He stays very long. He has the height, he has the reach against the smaller, stockier Frolov.
Yeah, you see him very, very aware of his distance.
Nice jab there from Magomedov. And that's something that I've seen with Ибрагим. He came in, I believe it was ACB it would have been at that point, 78. And he beat Umar Gaisimov, a very emotional and a high pressure fighter, but it was the composure this young man showed and has shown in the performances since then that has impressed me as much as his skill set.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy for me that it's like how this young kid fights with such maturity and approach. For someone who's literally only had 6 fights. This is his 6th professional fight, which is crazy.
Out, and Frolov is somebody you have to respect. We saw the power he possesses, and he displayed that when he took out the Brazilian Bruno Santos at ACA 104. That was in February of this year.
Yeah, Frolov is coming forward, trying to be the ball, trying to impose his sort of will.
Trying to cut off the cage from him as well, really trying to stop him using those long limbs.
I do believe it's a very, very good tactic here. He's trying to like get him trapped in a kind of like a corner in a round cage, which is hard, but he's got the right sort of mindset. But he's got to be careful coming forward and getting too overzealous with a punch, because Magomedov has a very good time double.
Magomedov reminds me of another world famous iconic middleweight in the way that he sort of reads an opponent early in the rounds, doesn't rush, and then sort of builds up his style throughout the fight. And that would be Anderson Silva. Sometimes he would almost just wait to get your timing, get your movement, and then as the fight progressed, that is when he read the openings, read the patterns, and was able to cause the most damage.
Yeah, I see what you mean with that, Brian. Oh, he got a good clip there.
Clipped with the right hand.
Yeah, he did. Knocked his head back a little bit. I can see if Frolov comes forward, puts a bit more pressure, he'll be ready for the level change. But that's what should maybe come in with an uppercut. I say that, and it was actually Magomedov who tried the uppercut himself.
Frolov will take a bit of confidence from that. Good connection. See the redness just on the left side of the nose there of Magomedov. And both of these are highly touted, full of talent, but they're both very patient fighters as well. Wait for those openings to show themselves rather than force it.
Yeah, I mean, this round's kind of slipping away from me. I wouldn't know how to score it. There's, you know, not a lot to really go on.
When the first part of the criteria, which is significant strikes, falls away. Oh, a nice inside leg kick, beautifully timed from Frolov. I'd have to say that right hand and that leg kick are for me the most significant strikes so far of this first round.
It's still one of those ones where you got to feel this is still up for grabs.
Oh, and a left hand connected this time from Frolov. Is he getting his range on this young man? Frolov is deceptively fast as well. He sort of plods forward, but when he unleashes those combinations, they come at pace.
He's kind of doing a real clever tactic actually, where That's brilliantly timed, 100% stole the round. That's exactly what I was about to say. He's doing a brilliant thing where he's being the aggressor, but he's countering. He's making way for Magomedov to throw something, and he's countering that. And that time there, he countered there with a brilliantly timed double. 100% stole this round. One round down, one round to Артем Фролов.
Before we've talked about Ибрагим Магомедов and we've looked at the way he's fought more experienced opponents, and that hasn't mattered. Like, he has not shown that any respect, and in fact he's the one that, as with Zhanayev, looks to be the more cool, confident, calm in there. Whereas this time, Артем Фролов, that experience is certainly showing through. Do you think being in the main event as well for the first time for Ибрагим Магомедов, I know it's not traditionally as it would be with a full arena, do you think that's in his head at all? Do you think any of these little factors might be adding up to why he's not turning up as we would expect him?
Maybe, Brian, maybe. I would say yes if there's any normal opponent, but we've seen this guy time and time again not be faced with the challenges put in front of him. So I would have thought being a main event on a ACA behind closed doors would be anything to be startled by, not like he's in front of like a full-out crowd in Krasnodar or something like that. Yeah, so I would say that, but you're right, he hasn't turned up tonight so far, but yes, we still have 2 rounds to go.
2 rounds to go. We slip into the second round now. Ибрагим Магомедов, blue corner, Артем Фролов in the red. Frolov finished that round on top. Good takedown. And now let's see what adjustments Ибрагим Магомедов will make.
That's the thing though, Brian. I go Frolov on the first round, but it wasn't by loads. It wasn't as if he was beating him for the full 5 minutes. He just won the right sort of portions of that round to win it. You know? But now he's coming forward with a lot of pressure. It kind of seems, Magomedov seems a little bit flustered at times.
Frolov, we talked about his power before, and Magomedov has tasted a little bit of it to the body and to the head. Oh, now the exchange. Frolov just keeps plodding forward. He keeps marching forward. Right in the face of Ибрагим Магомедов. And one thing maybe that this opponent offers that others haven't, as far as the fights Ибрагим Магомедov has had, is the speed that comes with that power as well. Before he's fought long opponents, powerful opponents, but somebody as fast as Frolov, this has got to be the fastest he's been in there live in the cage with.
Now, I think it could be the case of where Frolov is known to knocking people out on cold, where Abdul Rahman wasn't that kind of guy. He's more of a grappler, wins a lot of decisions. He's not that guy who can switch the lights out. So maybe Magomedov was a little bit like worried about that and doesn't really want to get too much involved because he's scared of getting maybe his lights turned out. That's the only thing I can come away with this, is because he normally doesn't seem phased with a lot of people. At the moment, he seems a little bit dissettled as such.
2 minutes 50 seconds, round number 2. Frolov feints low, goes high. Looks so comfortable in there, Frolov. Oh, and again, when he steps in, he commits to a combination, Brad.
It's one of those ones where he kind of feels he doesn't really, he has no care for his own safety, you know what I mean? And sometimes when you have that, you're very dangerous. You don't mind getting hit twice to land one, and with these exchanges, he's just throwing hard, and you can see that's really, in my eyes, this is really dissettling Magomedov. You see him just pressing forward, and he just throws so hard.
2 minutes left. Magomedov still circling out to his right. Frolov still plodding forward, trying to close that distance. When you're dealing with this, when you've got a younger fighter, less experienced fighter, Brad, and they're in there, what sort of things do you want them to do to get confidence? Is it just loosen up, just start throwing, just get your rhythm?
Yeah, sometimes you just got to, I mean, like, I know I use this tactic throughout most of my fights, but I'm not saying everyone should do it. Sometimes you just got to bite down on your mouthpiece. It's like saying, you know what I mean? But sometimes you're in a fight and you got to be prepared to be hit. You know, live by the sword, die by the sword. And at the moment, him being very tentative going back is not working for him. He's losing this fight. So sometimes he needs to try and earn a little bit of respect and try and get something back. At the moment, see, he's in my eyes, he's kind of backing away, and it's like Frolov is growing in confidence because of that. He feels like him wiltering and you don't want to fight me, and you see that sort of when you grow in confidence with that, and that's because Magomedov is giving him that sort of respect.
Right, this round is ticking down, 35 seconds left in it now. Another round with nothing hugely significant has happened, and as we say that, Magomedov looking for the takedown.
Yeah, that is something he should have done a lot earlier. Yet again, this is coming like fighting IQ. It comes a lot with experience and being in certain positions, and sometimes your corner men telling you what to do and what not to do. But he went for that takedown. That should have happened a lot earlier on, Brian, in my eyes, because he didn't finish his takedown anyway. But if he did, in my eyes, I got to say he's 2 rounds down.
So round 2 is in the books. 5 minutes left, and again, not a round that's going to set an arena alight, even a full one. Very tentative between the two. A lot of respect shown. Frolov is the one holding the centre of the cage. Do you think that his corner will be happy so far with how it's played out?
With Frolov, yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm not being a judge here, but I'll give him 2. I mean, you've seen these exchanges here within those rounds. He's just coming forward and he's just throwing hard. That was the one good time double. Couldn't quite finish it. You know, the cage actually helped out Frolov on that one. But, you know, I mean, look, you saw him just a minute ago in that little exchange. He just threw hard and, you know, didn't care about getting hit.
5 minutes left for one of these athletes to take victory, to make their mark. Ибрагим Магомедов, as we see it, needs to make some adjustments, possibly even needs a finish, Brad.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you on that, Brian. He definitely needs to make a lot of adjustments, and he's going to have to look for a finish. And the fortunate thing with that is Magomedov is not really much of a finisher. He's normally one of those tactical sort of fighters who just managed to out.
Oh, he got caught there though, Brad. Went a little bit wobbly on his feet from an overhand right. You can hear the urgency in his corner. They want him to keep on his bike. But Frolov still, another heavy shot. Keeps that power all the way through the 3 rounds.
Yeah, exactly that. And this is the thing, but it's not as like Magomedov doesn't have a power in hand. You saw him drop Abdul Rahman in his last fight. He just seems to have no belief in his hands at the moment, you know, like, and also with how this fight's gone, Artem Frolov has no confidence in Magomedov's hands that could hurt him, so he's just walking forward and just basically dictating how this fight plays out.
So an impressive start to round number 3 from Artem Frolov.
There's just nothing coming back to make Artem Frolov worry about anything. So he's just walking forward, and when he chooses to have a little engage, you'll engage, or you choose to wait to him move and counter him.
You can see that even how loose he was there, just bobbing his head around while he's dancing on his toes. And there is a point where you need to get a certain amount of respect off your opponent, isn't there?
And that's it. I don't believe, obviously, you got to earn respect, and he hasn't earned nothing with what he's done tonight to make Artem Frolov be worried about anything. This is the first time he's managed to get a little bit at the centre of the cage. What can he do for this? Can he press forward at all, maybe? Time a double.
Well, that's what you were happy to see at the end of the second round, at least an attempt on changing it up, going for a takedown.
Yeah, sometimes when plan A is not working, you got to switch to plan B or go to plan C or plan whatever, but you got to do something at the moment. There you go, brilliant.
Oh, reverse though. Look at the scramble between these two. Over the top, Frolov trying to hang on.
This is a bit of a weird position, but that's it. That's what you need to be doing. You know, like creating those sort of scrambles. He's that type of fighter. He's good in those situations, but he needs to create those situations himself. He can't wait for them to come to him.
I think you spotted it as he was taking the centre of the cage. He seems to be a fighter that needs that space. When he's up against the cage, he seems worried about getting pinned back there, but even that small glimpse showed us a different look from Ибрагим Магомедов. Great scramble between the two defensively. Frolov reacted extremely well, but that is the fight that needs to happen if Ибрагим Магомедов is going to turn this around.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll go back to the Frolov. I remember Frolov in his last fight against Bruno Santos. He knew that Bruno Santos wanted to take him down, and he did, but he managed to like get back to his feet. And when he did get back to his feet, his pressure going forward. And I say when someone's on the back foot and you pressure them, it's hard to get the takedown sometimes. And you just saw twice where Magomedov nearly got the takedown is when he was in the center of the cage and he instigated the motion, you know. So at the moment he's just always on his back foot.
1 minute 20 seconds of this third and final round. The main event here at ACA 106. We are back ACA 107 July. Oh, spinning elbow attempt there from Magomedov.
But that's what this kid has. He has that sort of inventive sort of style where he can create little things like that, but I'm just not seeing enough of it.
Still Frolov pushing, pressuring Magomedov against the back of the cage. And now that clock is also the enemy of Magomedov. 40 seconds left. Oh, and again drives for this takedown. Look at the hips and strength from Frolov though.
Yeah, that's a beautiful takedown defense. Not only that, he gifted Magomedov with a nice little uppercut on departure, which clipped him quite well.
And then the confident walk of a man who looks totally in control as he stalked him down again, reset.
Yeah, walked with him, his hands around his waist. You know, like I say, he sometimes he's like, in his mindset, he goes, look, I got your number.
Final seconds of this main event here. Артем Фролов looks like he is going to move and take the first loss. Give the first loss to Ибрагим Магомедов. This will go to the judges. We'll wait and see how they score it. But Brad, as far as solving that puzzle, Frolov really did come with the right game plan. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, don't want to take anything away from Frolov. Frolov fought a very, very good tactical fight tonight, but I was just, me personally, just knowing how good Magomedov is, as a coach looking at him, I was frustrated with his performance, but I can't take anything away from Артем Фролов. Артем Фролov looked really, really good tonight, done the right game plan, coming forward, putting pressure on.
One thing I would ask, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this as well, when there's a fight set to happen and it keeps pushing back almost indefinitely, so you don't know when the date you've got to get ready for, then you've really got to be careful how you train and how you set yourself to peak for each time, right, Brad?
Yeah, too. Sometimes you can overtrain, but what I say, a lot of things that for me in fighting is very mental.
Счет всех судей 30-27. Единогласным решением судей одержал победу Артем